record, right? Oh, and blast off. Woo!
And we are live. Okay, we can. It's a podcast, right?
Yeah, wow. The people are listening. They're like, wait. Yeah, episode 100.
It's like, what's wrong with this guy?
And
Listen,
45 of the A2 show. 145 of the A2
do
podcast.
you want to swallow the mic? Maybe I don't know.
Oh my God, you guys, your energy is contagious. And I feel like for the first time in my life, I have nothing to say because I'm still absorbing at the speed of light that you are.
The speed of lightning.
Listen, I promise you, if you watch all of our other episodes, we're not this energetic. Sometimes we are. Sometimes,
Most of the
right?
time. We try to be. Let's go.
Try to be. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all were relatively dry with me on WhatsApp, by the way. I thought y'all
yes.
were going to be less energetic, but I'm loving this.
We don't like to text. I'm not a big texter. I'm the kind of guy.
Neither am I. That's why I never talk on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Again, Ali and I sent him here, okay, and then you sent, hi guys, I'm so excited, and we're like, we'll see you there.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, I'm more excited than they are.
We are so excited. We just don't text it. We show it here.
Yeah, we're not very big on for 21 years old guys. Like we are as old-minded as old-minded.
Old-minded? Why do you say that, Ali?
I'll tell you why. My friends, whenever they travel, they like to go explore, do all this stuff. I like to sit in a place where there's lots of greenery. I have my tea with me, right? And I'm just vibing.
Tea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or coffee. I mean, whatever I feel like having.
That's
at the time.
old-minded?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Like my dad was like, "Why are you a 60-year-old?" I'm like, "What?" Like, every time we travel, all you want to do. And my dad is 60 years old, you know, and he's like, every time we travel, all you want to do is sit around, drink coffee or tea, and watch the views.
Watch the news.
Get out,
It's
man.
like-
Do something.
It was like that
Yeah,
story.
literally,
Of
it's like, go
when
be 20 years old. I'm
When
like,
you're
"Dad,
in
listen."
the UK, when you're in the UK, like playing chess with just random people.
No, that was in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
That was in Brooklyn. Yeah, not Brooklyn. I mean Manhattan. It was Central Park, and there's oh my God, I think he died. Rest in peace, Joe. Joe was this old black guy who would smoke like the same cigar for one whole week, and I'd play chess with him.
Wow, very economic.
I mean, he was like 65 or 70. He was old.
Joe.
Oh,
Yeah,
rest in
yeah.
peace, my guy. Stephanie,
Anyway, we're joined today. We
Here we
forgot
go.
to do like
Yes,
this whole
introduction.
podcast
Here
is
we
like
go.
derailed already.
Stephanie.
It's fine. I love it. I love
Awesome.
the nature.
This is
Tell
what
me.
I want to know. So what, how would you describe what you do is to like family members?
Yeah.
Being human
friend?
and not being shy about it,
Okay, go for it. What, so,
basically.
Mhm.
So I don't know if y'all know how my video accidentally went viral. Why is Al Shammari unpleased with my response?
I'm not pleased. I'm focused.
Oh, what's this poker face, Lady Gaga?
Listen, okay.
Poker face.
I don't have to be like, oh my
Poker
God, you go, girl. No, I'm just being me. Like,
Okay, fine. Okay, you know what? You do you. I'm gonna do me. Okay.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm intrigued. You have my attention.
You have
Okay,
What's
but
wrong?
just question: how do I differentiate with you without like? Do I just call you by your last names?
Here's what you can do. You can either say doctor or filmmaker.
Yes.
You can
Callie,
say Jordan
Jolly.
or
That's
Callie
fine.
and
Oh, wow.
Jolly.
I need a title now. I feel left out. I'll think about it as we go.
Heffany.
Funny.
No, man.
I mean, young Ame, she's like pretty
So
popular.
Sally,
your question was, I also have the memory of a fish.
how do
Your
you
question-
describe what you do? Like, in,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in the Arab community, right? It's very hard for me to
Yeah.
explain what I do to
What?
my parents. I can't imagine, like my grandparents. They're like, what
Yeah,
do you do? So
Yeah, I'm basically
Mhm.
the person who doesn't care about da'ib in our communities, whether it's Arab or Muslim or Khalij or Lebanese or like the sectarian part of Lebanon come in. Oh, like she does this because she's that. She shouldn't do this because she's this. So basically, it all happened by mistake. I was in Lebanon one summer, driving, got super frustrated at someone not using their indicator lights. So I was very angry and I decided to film myself being frustrated and just expressing my anger. And I posted it as a story on my Snapchat.
And they
Well,
went
after I
viral.
did that, no, at first that's what happened. At first I posted it on my Snapchat story, and then my cousins told me, Stephanie, this is so funny. This shit's hilarious, man. Post it as an actual post on Instagram. So I'm like, okay, why not? Let's do it. So I posted it. Fast forward a week later, I think it went viral. In total, I think I have 1.3 million views.
when
on
was
Instagram.
This? When was this?
September 2018.
All right. And ever since you're like, wow, people are listening.
People,
I want to pull that up. Where can I find that?
I'll link it to you.
Link it to me. Send it to me on WhatsApp. I'll pull it up right now.
Hala.
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna have you react to your
We'll go through the history.
incident.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I have.
There's
it's
no like
highlighted.
heavy profanity and stuff, right? Like,
No heavy profanity.
are you sure, Stephanie?
Yeah, you can watch
'Cause
it as
I'm-
your own like personal space if you want before you post it on here.
I am in my own personal space, but I
Coffee
will watch it
lane.
on my own without airing it. I feel like it's
Coffee lane.
appropriate because again, I live in Kuwait. So I don't
You
want to
live
have
in
my
Kuwait.
head.
You live in Jordan, dude.
You don't
I
live in
mean,
Kuwait.
true, but I'm from Kuwait, and it's hard. My government.
What's
forgets-
hard?
It's hard, okay?
What's so hard?
It's hard
being
out
from
here.
Kuwait? Yeah, exactly.
Nothing
First
is
world
hard.
problem.
Kuwait, listen.
Kuwait
to the
world
government-
problems, dude.
Listen, the governments are. If they're listening, I love my country. It's amazing.
Okay.
You guys
Same,
pay
wallah,
for
same.
practically
You don't-
everything.
Wallah, same.
Okay,
Okay.
but
But you guys
So
need to
that's
give me
me.
my free.
you don't trust them?
Hold on. Okay, I guess we're watching it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, what do you think? I was like screaming in a bikini or something? Why
No,
wouldn't
no,
you?
no. That's not what I thought you were doing. I just thought you were saying some heavy, like.
Very
Oh, no,
controversial
no.
things. Yes.
No, not at all. I am quite controversial, but this was nothing. This was my beginning.
Okay, here, let's watch it.
Share some. Yeah.
In Lebanon.
Some of y'all don't know how to use it. I'm gonna teach you, okay? If you want to go right, you put it to the right. So look at that magical thing. And if you wanna go to the left, you put it to the left. Look at that magical thing. Y'all don't understand. Subject. أبداً ما نفهم. Tutorials can be because I see on it and I'm
That's it.
That's good.
That's it, guys.
Yes.
And you think that's it, but within weeks they remixed my video and they made it a tune.
Oh my God.
I linked that to you as well. You can listen to it later.
You know what? Send it through. Send it through.
I did. I sent it. Yalla, we'll all dance together. Well, if you want, I'll just take it, but you can watch.
You can dance if you like to. I prefer not to dance.
This is
Yeah.
fun, though. This is fun. Let's watch.
Oh my God, dude, I can't wait here. Let me share screen with y'all. Okay, well, that's not a good place to pause. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna.
If you want to go right, you put it to the right.
Dude, this is wild.
Funny. This is funny.
That is
So
like I
that's how
don't.
it started.
I see.
And here you are today
And
on
the-
our show.
And then you
basically.
continued, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, overnight, it was when my Instagram still had the notification
Mhm.
on. So I was going mad, guys. It was going mad. And at first,
Yeah.
I didn't know what was happening. I was at work, minding my own business. I came home. My sister greeted me at the door. She's like, Stephanie, shit just hit the fan. I'm like, what you mean,
What?
son?
What
What do you mean? She's like, check your phone. And that's when I connected to Wi-Fi as soon as I entered the house. And it was like, ding, 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 ding. I had
Everywhere.
10,000 followers overnight.
Wow.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. Yeah, literally
That-
just like that.
And then
And-
after that, so you want to come like how do you come up with the different ideas you do for each?
All
song?
right. So most of the response to that video was, oh my God, you're so like outspoken, but you're a girl. Oh my God, you posted a video without makeup, but how? Oh my
Oof.
God, you said like "وقايس يعني" or something, but you're a girl. Like, aren't you afraid of what people would say? Oh, your parents let you like yell. And I'm like, hold up. I'm like,
What?
is there actual like part of our population that thinks all of the above is wrong
oh,
or
this
that
is
should
true.
be shamed?
Yeah, I mean there are people that
Yeah,
think
it's
that.
true, 100%.
Mhm.
100%. So people started DMing me for advice. People started telling me how do I be more confident, as if
Oof.
confidence like there was no confidence in that video. It's pure frustration, nothing else. So I was like, okay, I have a message. I've always been outspoken, super opinionated, never afraid of what people think since I was a kid. And I felt like maybe this was my turning point. Like maybe I have to put all of that energy and all those beliefs to use. And
Wow.
maybe I can help someone else in the future, you know?
True.
So I was like, okay, I have this platform. It's my turn to mold it as I wish. And
Stephanie, at no point in history has like a woman been able to share their voice the same way as now with social media and technology.
Mhm.
Right. I see it now more than ever. Like especially in
Yeah.
Arabian cultures, there are a lot of female like entrepreneurs and bloggers, and they've been able to like take Instagram and different social medias and really build an audience and share their opinion.
Mhm.
It really is. It's something. It's
Yeah, it was wonderful to get a chance to be part of it, try to make something out of nothing. And
mhm.
so that's where I am and how I
That's where
got
you am.
here.
All right, that's cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty
listen,
cool. You know what I'm loving about this woman that we have on us with the show is she embraced the meme, which is
Exactly.
cool. Like
Exactly.
people who get memed are usually just like, oh my god, my life is over. I got meme. But this girl actually
100%.
embraced the meme.
Mhm.
Now I'm not
I
trying to
agree.
be a meme here. Like let's not get things twisted because I can see
Let's
this
get
guy.
things sorted.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be a meme. I'm trying to be taken more serious out here. But like, if I did get memed in the future, which is bound to happen, right? Like,
Mm.
we live in a society where memes.
Ali, you don't like getting memed. You're always like, I can't get memed. I don't
I mean, I can get canceled. There's a difference.
know.
Unless it's like a government official that's trying to cancel me. That's a whole different
Oof.
That's a whole different story.
love. Yeah, that's a whole
Totally.
that's a
When
whole
someone
different level of
pushes-
What
cancel.
do you have to do for the government to come down and be like, hey, Ali?
It's
You,
easy.
even
I
if you
can,
cut this
don't
out.
know, Ali, you
I
don't
can
know what you have to do.
I mean, in Kuwait, I can do because I asked around.
Oh, you asked?
Yeah, I asked
Let me
I
tell
sat
you.
with my cousins and I was like, okay, I'm starting this podcast thing. How do I not get taken over, pulled over by we call them the black Yukons. What are they? GMC?
The GMC, yeah, the
Yukon.
police cars, the
Yeah,
Kuwaiti Defense
yeah.
Force.
No. It's not even that. It's called M Dola, which is
Oof.
this like as
The
soon as you
SWAT
mention
team
that
are
name,
gonna come
everyone.
down for
Bro,
our
no.
podcast. They're listening.
Listen. As soon as you mentioned that, like
Mhm.
I once mentioned it in front of my cousins, they all just went silent. They're like,
Mhm.
Ali, don't do this.
Jeez
Don't say this.
Louise.
Don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't. Basically, act as if though they're watching your video every time.
Exactly,
Oof.
100%. And why do you
Careful,
think we live
careful.
in the safest?
Yeah,
Mhm. Do you?
careful with what you say because they get pissed off on anything.
Oof.
That's why you're like
They're
every time I
watching,
tell you.
dude. They're watching all our podcasts. That's so cool. Subscribe.
Yeah,
No,
you have
not
a big-
no.
Subscribe, like, and share.
No, don't subscribe.
If you're listening,
Good.
subscribe.
Right? I'm very good, but
Stephanie, are you afraid of anyone? Katrina,
No,
who's there to be
basically-
afraid of in Lebanon? Like, no offense.
انه living so they
Us.
can kiss so
Ah,
basically living
There are-
in
there
the
are-
country.
all right.
Don't worry, I'm filtering
Cheers.
myself. But I live in a country. I live in a country that's like providing a lot of stability and safety for me and giving me a chance to grow, save my money, buy a house if I need to.
Mhm.
So the one rule is just don't be a shitty person. Just respect the rules and follow them. If you don't want Khaya, leave. No one's forcing you to stay here.
Where are you
But
exactly?
Abu Dhabi, capital of
Oh,
the
okay.
UAE.
I know.
So, by the way, thank you, because not many people do. Everyone just knows Dubai, and when you tell them, by the way, Dubai
Yeah.
is like a sub.
Yeah, but the
the
thing is,
country.
everyone is like Europeans and Western world people.
They're like,
you're talking
going
to a
to
guy who's from the
Dubai?
GCC.
Oh, you live in Dubai?
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi. What is
Yo,
that?
Abu
in
Dhabi?
Dubai?
What's that? Is
That
that a
in
Where's
mall?
Dubai? Is that a
Abu
mall?
Dhabi?
Yeah, but no. Also, some people are like quite uncultured. You will be surprised.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway, so yeah, if that's the price you have to pay, like say whatever you want in the comfort of your own home, but no, you're not gonna go حرد العالم مع بعضها or say bad things about the country that's giving you food at the end of the day. Fuck off.
Oof. I mean, you can say that, and that's great. And I love that attitude. Not a lot of people can have that like rebellious attitude where it's like, fuck off, especially if you're a girl. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
here to
it's-
change that.
yeah. Can you share with us maybe some more on why it's important for
Yeah.
women to make choices?
So I think 10 months after my video went viral, there was this social experiment in Lebanon where a girl was dressed in like a skirt, top like half sleeve, no cleavage whatsoever. She was just walking. And keep in mind, it was a social experiment, so nothing truly happened. She was walking in the streets of a very like poor, relatively poor area in Lebanon. Also, where the education rates are much lower. So you need to know that the people's reaction was not based because they're smart and like it was
Sure.
the lower class, should
Mhm.
we title them. And she pretended that she got raped and that she was hysterical and she had just ran away and she was injured and she couldn't walk and she was screaming for like, help me, I've been raped. There was a small majority that tried to help her. The other majority Actually, there was a minority that tried to help her, but the majority, obviously, they're going to do this to you. Look at what you're wearing.
Oof.
Obviously, you deserve it. What's someone like you doing in the middle of the street at night? إلى ما آخره, like a lot.
Mhm.
So when I tell you this infuriated me because I feel like I'm responsible because it was in Lebanon and I need to speak up for the rest of the community that was born in a proper place, who had proper education, who respects women, yada
Mhm.
yada.
Mhm.
So when I tell you I came home, rang the doorbell like a crazy woman, banged the door open, my sister opens, she's like, Stephanie, are you okay? I was like, Cindy, go get me 7 shirts. She's like, what? She's like, this bitch is crazy. What do you mean 7 shirts? I was like, just get me 7 shirts. So she got me 7 shirts, and you can watch the video later because it's lengthy. It's like 5 minutes long. I took like snippets of myself wearing different clothing. I wore something like to here. I wore something to here, something to here. I wore like a spaghetti strap. For the boys, that means like brutal, like strap shirt. I wore all that kind of stuff, different snippets.
Mhm.
I wore a chemistry suit, like a lab to pretend I'm a doctor and whatnot. And then I mentioned in the video, just because I changed my outfit throughout this video, not one of them made me worthy of rape. And not one of them defined me as, someone who deserves to get raped. So
Mhm.
basically, I attacked a stigma because I was so angry. And I made the video twice in that same setting. I used the snippets. Then I filmed it in Arabic and then I filmed it in English because I wanted my voice to get to as many people as it could. And it did. It was a banger.
Yes.
And that video got
Mhm.
me, I think, 15,000 followers
Wow.
also overnight.
Wow. And
So when I realized,
people
yeah, go
want to
ahead.
hear this. People want to hear this. I mean, it's what you're trying
Yeah,
to say is like people don't like. We know it's an issue in the West, right? And we know there are issues in the Middle East, and there are huge issues still in the Middle East. Still has a lot to progress to catch up with the rest of the world.
yeah,
And
for
on this
sure.
issue specifically, if you're a guy, don't judge a woman by what she wears.
Yeah, at all. At all.
And
The
you
only reason
can
that someone gets raped is because
Mhm.
of the rapist. That's it. Like, I don't know who taught you women or what, but I don't know where you came from. What you think? You came in a Burger King bag? You came out of
Yes.
a woman.
Mhm.
So ridiculous. And
I
then
mean,
the
Burger
response.
King
I
bag. I'm sorry, that was a good one. That was a really good one.
Burger King released a vegetarian Whopper.
I
I saw the ad
Listen,
all the way
I
home.
can, I
So
can listen. I can tolerate a feminist. I can't tolerate vegetarians.
I'm not a
Feminists
vegetarian.
now.
I'm not a vegetarian. I was just saying
I-
that's why that example was used.
Mhm.
Thank
I
God.
see.
Anyways.
You can
Because
tolerate, dude. Here's the thing, Ali. Really, is we gotta understand here. Is
listen, I'm
that
with
is
the
that
feminists.
women
Let
need
me
to
make
have
this clear.
respect. Make
I need to make this
yes,
clear because
sure.
people are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, this guy is like, he's a
No one's
rip-off."
gonna say anything, Ali.
Listen, listen.
What are you gonna
listen.
say?
Rape is never okay. Obviously, it's like I don't know why
Sure,
we're in a world.
Ali.
We're
You
in
say
a world where
Okay.
education is supposed to be advanced enough where I am not even supposed to say rape is not okay because
You
it's
should
not,
know.
Ali,
right?
but there are
Like,
guys who think that it is.
dude,
Yeah.
listen, listen.
You see.
If you want to take this, I can take this in any stage you want. You want a religious talk? There's 2 parts of it.
Oof.
There's sitwa, you're right, but there's ghad al-basar, motherfuckers. You're supposed to not look at all, right? I can take in any stage you want.
Mention.
So that's why I get annoyed. I
Okay.
get really annoyed when I have to talk.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because
Same,
we're not
same.
supposed to.
Yeah,
It's
don't
not
talk
how it
something.
is. I
No
listen,
one.
I grew in a house where I was taught women are jewel, you treat them as so. That's where I grew up. In.
Women are what?
Yeah, yeah.
That's our jewels, like
Jewels.
Jawhara.
Jawhar. Yes.
You
Let
know,
me get you that blang.
Yeah.
but no, seriously,
got the
like
pro-
all jokes aside. So
Mhm.
when I see that there are guys who like do these kind of shit, listen, no, I do get upset. I do get very like annoyed, but I already have to deal with this bookcase behind me, and, you know, and it's just like.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
ridiculous. And
you
that's why
see
you need to
this?
change.
I don't know if you see this, but this is my first white hair.
Boy, me
He's gonna
too. But
stress
I
out.
don't think
Oh,
you
no.
can see the laptop camera. Isn't that great? Are y'all using laptop cameras?
No, I'm using my Red Dragon 1080p. Shout out Red Dragon, please sponsor us.
I'm using my
Yeah,
webcam. Just a
He's
webcam.
using
Well, it's
his
better than
normal-
mine. You can't see much, but whatever.
Yeah, no, whatever. It's cool.
Um,
But yeah, no, that's why I get annoyed all the
Great
time.
here. Mhm. Yeah.
Khalas.
Yeah,
Guys,
me too, 100%. Yeah.
leave them alone.
Yes.
Just leave them alone. They have brothers. Even if they don't, they have fathers, right? You probably have a sister. Imagine that happens to yours.
Yeah, just
True.
imagine
And she
happens
was
to
dressed the
anyone.
same. Well, you're gonna say, Adi, she was dressed like that?
Bro, people rape
Sorry.
little boys. What do you mean? It's not even about gender anymore. It's about how disgusting people's minds have become and how they feel like they're entitled to anything and anyone, like we're a piece of meat. But that's not the way it works, babe. It's not the way it works. So we gonna fuck you up and you'll just wait and see. Do you know that in Lebanon, up until like 2 years or so ago,
Mhm.
if the rapist marries the victim, he is like taken off the.
Hook?
Charges. Oh
He
wow.
doesn't get charged.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine up until
In
2 years ago. I
Kuwait,
think
2 years
it's changed.
ago.
In
Wow.
Kuwait, the rules are premarital sex with both consent on both sides. That leads to zawaj al-mukhafar, which is basically they marry you to that girl. If it was
Okay.
consented on both sides, it's like
Yeah.
you couldn't wait. Fuck it, we'll do it right now, right? It was like that. But rape is taken very seriously in Kuwait.
Yeah, good.
Very, very,
That's
very
good.
seriously. It's
Good.
either
The way it
prison.
should. Yeah.
You can't handle prison. Fair enough. Let's
Oh
do
my
it.
god.
Yeah. Worthy. I swear to God, I agree.
So that's
So-
how it happens in Kuwait. You can't tolerate prison. Well, it's okay. We can end it now.
Yeah. It's not
So-
yours
It's
to
true.
decide
But
what
it's
to do with it.
yeah. It always but it isn't just that extreme of like extreme. Like
No,
rape.
because-
there isn't
because-
there isn't in between. There's-
Yeah,
No, no, no,
harassment.
no,
It is
no,
it is up to us guys to say,
Let
hey,
me
if you're a
listen.
guy, calm
The
down.
issue with rape,
Hey, man.
my other issue with rape is, again, I promise you, I'm not a rape apologist. If the guy has been proven to rape, I will personally pick up the shotgun myself, right?
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, I've seen, no, I've seen women who get caught, right? And they say they don't want to get married. They just want to, do what they've been doing, and they say the guy raped me, right? So how does one prove consent? Is the main issue, right? It's like verbally is, I feel like, is not enough. But at the same time, obviously, like if a guy goes up to a woman and goes like, hey, you know what, I think I'm ready, here, sign this, it's just gonna get turned off. It's like,
Obviously, man. Obviously.
know?
And plus one night stands in this area and like this region are not that common, at least amongst Arabs. And should there be any form of any relationship between them, there could be WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp chats, phone calls, SMSs, anything to prove they had a connection, that someone was even minorly willing. And if it happened recent, like دغري, 2 hours later she runs screaming, I was drugged, whatnot, they can prove it, like biologically, physically, her body, her anatomy, they can feel, they can identify force, they can identify bruising, they can identify like wrist if she was held down. It could obviously not always consent, and some women are absolute assholes with these things, which is
Yep.
horrible. You can't end someone's life because you wanted
because
some. and
you
then you're
made a
like,
mistake. Yeah,
Yeah, akid,
like,
completely
it's not how
agree.
it goes. So this is the issue, right? Like I
Yeah,
can
we
go
need to
into it,
separate, yeah.
and like you have
Yeah,
these special
that's true.
snowflakes who are gonna be like, oh my god, he's a rape apologist.
Ali,
I tend to look at
you're
the
not.
story
You're not.
both sides.
I know. No, it's,
Right?
it's not even both
That's-
sides. It's not even both sides. Don't try to say it like that. I'm not looking. A guy should not even be trying to do.
Yeah, no. A
things
guy
like
shouldn't.
that.
No, I'm with you on that. Like I can't listen. I can't imagine what a person, like the thought track of a rapist,
Yeah.
get him, like it's just too crazy for me to even
Yeah,
I
imagine.
see. Yeah.
I've been
I can't.
researching if someone like ever ran a study on them to understand why they do it, if they interviewed them, but I wasn't able to find anything. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, we speak so similar. Did you go to Shwayfat in Kuwait?
Oof.
No, I went to
I
Kuwait
did.
English
That's
school.
wild.
Shout out KES. I
Shwayfat,
hope that school burns to the
Sabas,
ground. But that's where I went to.
You went to
Where-
Sabas, Charlie
Yeah,
Sal? What's this?
Charlie Saad.
Oh yes.
Were you there as well?
Yeah. I might have been a few years after you. That's wild. There you go.
Oh
Same
wait,
high school.
so Lebanese Ali went to the same high school, but
You're pointing
Shamari
at
didn't.
Kuwait, Ali.
We went through the same middle school, me and Ali, our elementary
Yeah.
school. Mhm.
We went to
Oh,
Kuwait English school. Shout out to that school. Hope it burns down to the ground again.
Ali.
Everyone has the same response to their schools, poor
Dude,
schools.
I
Poor
hated
schools.
that school.
What do you? Yeah, I mean, I miss Stray Fat. I miss going back.
Yeah,
there.
me too. It meant a lot to me, and I learned a lot, and I'm always so proud of all the graduates, like such cool people, yani, that come out of that school. Obviously, there's assholes everywhere
true.
too, but no, the majority is great.
It's true. Speaking of brought up, it's like there in schooling, they try to divide. I think part of the problem is that women and men growing up, especially in our areas, they're very separated. They're treated as like you can't talk to them, you can't touch them. We had a rule that a
Yeah.
guy can't hug a girl, right? In
Yeah,
our
same.
school. All right. So what are we doing here when a guy can't hug a girl in school?
Yeah, we couldn't wear nail polish. We couldn't wear colored hair ties or colored shoelaces. We couldn't express ourselves. It was just
Yes.
gray pants and a white shirt.
I'll tell you why. It's because
Go
they've
for
been trying to get you ready for the robotic world of where you fit into a tiny machine and you're this little screw in this machine that helps run the society, but not really because you're a screw and you can always be replaced when you screw up, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
So
100%.
It's
that's why.
I mean, yeah, from like the administrators, I get it because they're like scared. I remember also like in our school, like they wouldn't let us like wear different colored shirts. Like we had like red shirt day or blue shirt day or yellow shirt day. But then that turned political. They try to spin it into a political sense. So they canceled all like all kinds of those events.
How
then-
did they turn it political? Wait, please, I have to know.
The-
How did they turn
No, in
No,
Lebanon, in Beirut, in
Lebanon.
Shuaifat.
in
You know what
Beirut, yeah,
happened? Yeah,
sure.
it's because the different colors represent. They can represent different
Different-
parties,
different
right? So like if
political
you're wearing a
parties,
blue
yeah.
shirt, that's like whatever, future or something. But it's not when we're kids. We're not thinking about that. We're kids, right?
Obviously, but they do everything.
Yeah, exactly. And they like the fear mentality is like we're taught to be afraid. We're taught to be like afraid of trying different things or expressing ourselves in different ways or talking to a girl or or just because it's like
Yeah,
حرام.
and you're taught
Right?
to the
school. In
the
school.
vibe. In school, yeah. Imagine, like now for the rest of my life, I know what blue represents to some of the politicians, and I know why can't blue just be the ocean, man? Why can't yellow just be the sun?
I mean, end of the day, color is a color, right?
You
Try
make-
as you might, you can make a color represent a certain thing. It might represent to you, to that local area, right? Like in Los Angeles, blue is Crips,
Yeah.
right?
Red is Bloods.
Red is Bloods. Those are gang
Yes.
like wars that have been going on since the 90s. But go to like Kuwait, wear blue. No one's gonna be like
It's true. I mean, in school
No,
is the one thing. In the school, you're supposed to teach people to be like inspired
themselves.
and creative in themselves, and like especially like be confident and explore
And
learn.
unity.
Yeah, sure.
Like
Unity, community.
don't label people. Just you're human. I'm human. Nice to meet you. Before I moved back to Lebanon, basically I was born and raised here. Went down to uni in Lebanon, and I came back to the 12W.
You probably went to UB.
I did.
Yeah, shout out. Sponsor us.
It's where they all went.
No, not all. No, not all. Plus,
There-
I don't think it would have made a difference anywhere I would have gone. Saraha, anywhere would be the same. Now, after working for a few years, I realized that no one cares where I went. They just care that I have a degree, which is something I'd like to point out if anyone's listening to this about to enter university.
Yep, that's
Please
why
don't
I
think-
studied in Jordan and not like
Yeah,
Ireland
of
or the
course.
UK because it's easier here, and I'm just like done with school already, and it's like
خلاص. Yeah, fuck yeah. So if anyone ever feels like they're obliged to have an Ivy League slapped on their on their diploma or whatnot, please do not go enter this world. Like I'm telling you, for someone who works in the UAE, which is super diverse, so there's so much competition. No one cared where I went. It's how I presented myself in the interview. Obviously I didn't have any experience when I just got out of uni, but the way I presented myself, how willing I was to learn. And obviously, you have a 6 months probationary period. If they don't like you, they're going to kick you out anyway. So you have nothing to lose. Thanks for
That's
coming to my TED Talk.
Get a degree and start
That's
working.
it.
I mean,
100%.
I mean, yeah. For
But you don't need a degree nowadays in this day and age. It's not as needed as like.
Here, you're not allowed to work without one.
I mean, true, but you
UAE.
can. But if life is all about making money, there's tons of ways of making money without needing.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. But مثلا
And let's
here,
be honest. Listen, money can't buy you happiness. All that other bullshit they told you in school. Fine, I'll say it now. But like, you cannot take one step outside the house without having at least a few like, well, whatever dollars, whatever currency you have on you. Because
for
money,
sure, I completely
money,
agree.
It's
money doesn't buy you happiness, but it certainly rents it for you. So
Yeah,
It's,
and it gets you the necessities. Yani, the whole money doesn't buy you happiness applies for luxury. Like money,
Yeah.
like the Louis Vuitton bag is not going to buy you like a better antidepressant. You know, it's not the way it works.
yeah.
That's not the way it works. Wallah.
bro,
Sponsor us, LV. Yeah.
dude, if LV sponsors us, khas, we don't need to push out.
Don't need
Khalas.
a job anymore. Honestly, you don't need to get a degree anymore
LV.
at that point.
LV sponsor us.
Yes.
LV.
You guys remind me of my brother. He's also 21, and it's you guys speak so much like him, and I so endearing.
Oh, that's sweet.
Good to
all of
know.
us, all the guys are just the same.
Completely off topic, by the way.
Yes.
We just went, but if I were to just trail back to the rape video,
Okay.
a few weeks after the rape video, after I posted the rape video, a girl direct messaged me. She told me, "Hi Stephanie, I was leaving the mall in Lebanon,
Oh
and I was
God.
waiting at the taxi stand, and I felt like there was someone following me." She's like, "Whatever." I went into the taxi and he dropped me home, and then I realized after I got out of the car that another car stopped behind me, and it was the same guy. He had followed me home. So in Lebanon, most of the houses you have to buzz in. So she buzzed. Her parents, opened for her. I don't think there was voice. It was just buzz. Okay, camera, come in. So when she went in, I'm quoting. She told herself, "What would Stephanie do if she was in that position?"
She
And
would
she's
have
like, "I
yelled.
started yelling." She's like, "I started yelling like a mad woman until طلعوا الجيران والناطور and everyone started screaming, and obviously he ran away." She's like, "I'm a shy, quiet person. I would have never done that if I hadn't had you on the top of my mind, like the rape video,
Yes.
screaming, never be afraid
Screaming.
to let it out."
Mhm.
So imagine when that happened and she told me this story, I was so shaken, and immediately this passion, self-expression of mine became literally my goal in life, to
Yes.
educate and inspire as much as possible.
Wow. Amazing. I wonder. I wonder what it is we talking about. I think tying it back to something you said earlier, I think the issue is that a lot of guys don't have a lot to do in Lebanon, and
Yeah.
especially in Lebanon, right? There aren't.
كلها job creation.
I mean, no. This start with it is the jobs, right? There aren't that many jobs right now. We're going through a huge like crisis right now.
Yeah.
And if they're like we were talking about, you need a degree to get a job. Well, there aren't any jobs that like the jobs you can get with a degree are kind of limited.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening, you should really try to get creative.
Yeah,
The way you make
100%.
money. I think hopefully this time would lead to like more entrepreneurs and more kinds of businesses, more kinds of
Exactly.
economies.
Like
And if
on the
you
side.
yeah, and if you have enough
ahead.
confidence to like start a business and do your own thing, you'll have enough confidence to not like have to creep up on a woman in order to like talk to her, right? Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't even need any of that, honestly. Like, my
Yeah.
confidence comes purely based on me believing that I really am perfect. And
Of
But
course
like-
you do.
but like,
Mhm.
you don't need to like build like.
You need it, dude. No, I will say it because it
It
grounds you.
takes. Here,
You can
listen.
think in your head that you're the greatest person on the planet.
I don't think in my head. I've been
Adi.
told so. There's a difference.
I've been told so.
Oh,
Your
okay.
parents were very
The
loving
heck,
and
fella.
caring. Your parents.
Listen, it wasn't even my parents. Everyone.
Have you
no,
heard
I'm
of
just
the
kidding.
proverb, the Arabic proverb that says الابن بعين أمه غزال?
No,
Oh,
it's
sorry.
not how it goes.
القرد.
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 القرد بم-
قرد. قرد
The
بعينهم-
monkey in the eye of his mom is a what?
It's a deer.
Is a deer.
Deer is seen as a beautiful creature and like
Like a gazelle, a very
yeah, like
Yes.
elegant, gentle.
monkeys
but-
are
but
cool.
Like Al
monk-
Shamari, exactly.
Thank you. See, I told you people know I'm perfect. Dude. No, I'm kidding. I'm just
Monkeys
copying the
are awesome.
personality of one of my friends. He always says that, and it pisses me off what he does.
Can I
It's-
ask you guys a question?
Yes,
Sure.
I'm a Scorpio. Next.
Was it what video
Mhm.
made you want to host me?
Oof. It's a good question.
Did you see did you
Yeah.
see anything in specific?
It was just yeah. I found you after like the Beirut blast. It was that
okay.
was the video I first found out about you, and then look through your videos and start saying like, oh, you're speaking your mind, and if you have you on our show, you can speak your mind on here too.
Pretty
Like,
much,
it'd be
yeah. Like we do.
good
Like
addition
he
to the
sent
team.
me some of your videos, and I was just like, yeah, cool. All right, let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't give a
I
shit.
mean,
go for it.
Like
It's not that I don't give a shit. Listen, again, I must point towards the library that I have, but it's pretty empty right now. But that's because I'm
What is
starting
that?
here.
What is that library?
I'm in my office, and these
My
are where I put my
office.
books and notes
uh-huh.
because
You
I
have to study them?
Yeah, I have to study them. Most of like
What-
these are just the first course, and then I have second course and third course.
What
And
do you
then-
study?
Do you want to guess? Since I have so many books.
Filmmaking or doctor?
Filmmaking or doctor? One over here,
Filmmaker,
one a doctor
doctor.
over there. Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
y'all, we have different perspectives. So when you pointed earlier, you pointed at yourself.
Oh, so this is me. I'm pointing at
No,
myself.
you are No, you're pointing at yourself.
You're pointing at
Oh,
yourself.
this is pointing at myself, woman. This. Listen, nah,
And Ali's
but
on your top right.
I'm on
Yes.
my top. Okay, well,
Wow.
this is a very, very weird episode. If
Like,
you haven't guessed by now. Usually, this is not how it goes. I promise you guys. But like, hey, you know what? It's about time we have fun with some of these serious topics because it's always,
Yeah, man, spontaneity of it all.
That's true.
you know, it's always
Yes.
that face, and it's just like, oh, it's like I want to talk about these kind of stuff, but at the same time, I don't. So why is it? Why here? I want an Arabic woman's perspective on this.
Sure.
Why is it that men don't like to talk about these kind of stuff, even though they know they have to? And they know but why is it
Kind of
that
stuff.
like these kind of stuff, rape and how it's not okay, consent, growing up?
Because
You know?
because your gender has shamed you. They've let you down, and that's not fair. And so many women now generalize and stereotype men that they're all assholes and they're all rapists and they're all heartbreakers and they're all womanizers and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And that's
but
not
you
fair
know,
to the good bunch.
you know what they call those kind of women?
What?
New age feminists.
No.
No. It's, I mean,
Dude, I promise you. Listen, I am with feminism, the old feminism of equal right, equal
Just
pay, equal
equality, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
okay,
equal
what are you
right.
now with?
Yeah. The all men must die feminism.
Yeah.
I'm not with that either.
Those aren't
no.
feminists. Those are
Stay away
bitter
from me.
people.
I'll fight you.
Yeah.
They should
All
come-
men are trash feminism.
I'll fight you.
Stephanie, you are a very beautiful woman. Am I trash?
You're not trash.
Yes. Yeah.
Mic
All right.
drop.
Ali
Don't
Said,
drop
you're
the mic.
about to beep
I
a
should-
lot of you. Fuck every woman who said all men are trash. Because I am a man and I am not trash.
I
Yeah,
know,
obviously,
and
I
I
have a
think that's
dad,
good
I
to
have a
say.
brother, I have a boyfriend.
Yes.
Yes. Not everyone's
There you
trash.
go.
I'm a
There you
man
go.
and I'm not trash. Speaking out for me.
Fuck yeah. By the way, we should
Yeah.
make this like a compilation, like get snippets of everyone saying this. I am
Yeah.
a man, I am not trash. I am a man, I am not trash.
Dude.
Hashtag fuck video
We'll
80.
march towards the White House.
Why
We'll
not?
parade on the streets. No, wait, men
Oh.
can't parade on the streets because that's kind of. People will take that wrong. Moving on.
Moving on.
So the Beirut blast was one
Yes.
of your like videos that was like, I mean, here, let me just pull it up because I don't know what to describe it as. Honestly, it's just
It was just an emotional outburst.
you've said it. on Instagram. There we go.
Yeah. How did you feel back then? Where were you? What?
I was at home.
Mhm.
I was at home. I was just having lunch, and my boyfriend was here, and so was my sister. And we're sitting, and all three of us were just on our phones. Yeah, and the TV was playing in the background, but no one was listening. But it was always on MTV because we have to keep up with our Turkish shows. Duh. So it was in the background,
Oh,
and then
Mhm.
yeah,
Lots
and then
them, huh?
all of a sudden, all of a sudden, we see a headline at the bottom of the screen that says "انفجار سمع في بيروت." So here, obviously, all of us got distressed. We grabbed our phones. I immediately called my brother. He didn't pick up. And then Mohamed called his dad, who did pick up. And he told him, I was having a nap. I just woke up from my nap. The window, the balcony, everything is shattered. So here I was tripping. My brother, we don't live in Beirut, but you saw how bad it was. It got to multiple other
Everywhere.
locations.
Yeah. Mhm.
So he didn't answer. I called him again. He didn't
Oof.
answer. I just started calming myself down. And then I called my best friend also. She is in Beirut, like in the Al Arab Bank building in downtown.
Wow. Oh, that's so
Wow.
close.
So
yeah.
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened?
So I called her and she WhatsApped me. She's like, can't talk. I'm okay. So خلاص أنا اطمنت. And then a few seconds later, my brother WhatsApped the family group. He's like, we're fine. I'm with my cousins. We're good.
Oof.
Yep.
Fast forward
Mhm.
20
Yeah.
minutes later, you know, when there's a really loud sound, even if you're listening to music or something, when there's a really loud sound and you hear the beep in your mind,
Yeah.
that was me for a half hour. I couldn't absorb. And obviously, the first few people that came to mind, my best friend, my brother, etc., were okay. But then I started thinking, what about the guy that used to give me coffee in uni? What about the guy that used to drop me to school? What about the taxis that I became friends with? Like, what about? And then then you realize that it's not just numbers. Like, these are human beings.
They are human beings.
And then اكتشفنا what was the problem, and then we started seeing the videos circulating with no context, so it was even scarier.
Mhm.
And most of the people that heard the explosion kept thinking, is another one coming? Is this it?
Is this
Can
a
we go
war?
home?
Yeah. What is
Is
gonna
this a
happen
war?
next? Mhm.
My aunt was hysterical. We live in you can say Ain Saade, which is like a good 20-minute drive without traffic. Up, يعني مش down, up.
Yeah.
So I don't know how physics works, but it's like you shouldn't hear it as much as they did.
I mean, sounds go in circles, so it makes sense that it hurts.
Exactly. Hey,
So
so they
you
went
can-
in like circles, like hundreds of kilometers.
Yeah, and it
And
was
she
hurting.
sent us a voice note, hysterical. She's like, "Oh my God, asafuna. Who,
Oof.
when, why?
When-
She doesn't know, but
no
that's all. And
context.
she grew up,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, and she grew up in the war, so she can only imagine. Yeah,
You
she
can't
can
blame her
think,
then, because that must have
Yeah.
triggered some sort of PTSD.
Exactly. And she was with her
Oh.
two kids. They were biking by the house,
Oh my
and
god.
she was like, I grabbed them like at the speed, unbelievable. And they, with everyone went home, alhamdulillah. And then as everything started unfolding, it became more and more real and horrible. I went off social media. The only thing I was posting is how to help, how to donate. And then
Yeah.
after a while, I realized that maybe some people think they're alone. Some people think that they're the only ones that have been affected. So I was like, let me just add a helping hand. Yeah, and oh, me too. Hashtag me too.
Mhm.
So that's
Wow.
why that's why
I think
posted
that's.
it.
It's,
I think that hashtag is taken though.
Yeah, it's sexual harassment.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
yeah, but
I-
it applies. Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
just want to say,
why not hashtag Anna Kaman?
أنا كمان.
فينا نعملها ليش لا.
Mhm.
Why
ليش لا؟
not? Yeah.
I
What were
want
you
to say,
saying,
yeah,
Ali?
on like this stuff really pisses me off. Like, I mean, to say the least, the Beirut explosion, but just the general wars that have been happening throughout all the Middle
Yeah.
East for the longest time. And this is when we're talking about like guys who are like mean to women. It's not just guys who are mean to women. There are guys that are mean and cruel and thugs, right?
100%.
And we got to stop those guys at all costs.
Yeah.
That's what if you're a good guy, it's the time to stand up and get past this, because like the thugs will always be thugs. They always have to
Yep.
be out there. You're gonna need, and especially because there's no like government, there's no police force, there's no like real
No.
heroes. We need more heroes now more than ever. And
True.
Let me just end this by saying, men of quality don't fear equality. I'll say that again.
Oof.
Men of quality don't fear
don't fear
equality.
it. People fear
Yeah.
it, dude. People,
Yeah,
I'll tell you
no.
the mindset is. People are like, I already have, like a lot of those guys. They're like, my life is hard enough as is. Like everyone's life is hard. Everyone like
Of course.
goes through suffering, and
No
then they
one-
see
no
like
one-
there are women that are being more successful than them on social media or in job or in entrepreneurship. They're better than them, and they feel just like they would with a guy. They feel like I hate I hate all guys, but also hate all girls, and that's what makes people get outraged. So the only way to get past that is to do something that will make you more confident in yourself,
Mhm.
and treat people kinder.
Yep.
Yeah,
obviously,
Mhm.
obviously, like we've hit our timestamp, but before we like, here we go. A2 the show does not condone rape jokes or anything that's to such. We don't condone with rape. There's no such thing as rape apologies, and you act tough now, motherfucker. Wait till you're put in court. Anyways,
Stephanie,
yeah.
is there anything you want to say or shout
I'm,
out before we wrap up here?
If anything, I just want to say I just got emotional because I'm so proud. If the future of our generation and everyone is going to be like you guys with your mentality and your confidence and your interest in important topics that can make or break our life, then I'm really, really fucking proud of you. And I'm so happy to have had this conversation with you.
wait, are you actually tearing?
Yeah, man, I'm fucking emotional.
Oh,
No, don't worry.
Stephanie,
About it.
we can't just hang up. No,
mean,
I know,
yeah,
but I
listen.
agree. This is part of why we're doing the show. We're trying to find
ripple
different
effect.
people. Exactly. People
Yeah.
listen, people talk, these conversations happen, and change can happen.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Amen.
Hopefully.
You heard it here.
I think but also another final message I want to say, just don't be afraid to speak out and
Mhm.
say how you really feel, because end of the day there's just one you.
Mhm.
There's definitely just one me. Stephanie,
Make sure to like Stephanie's Instagram page. We'll link it
yeah,
below.
go check her out. We'll put
Yeah,
her link.
watch your
in the
videos.
description.
Keep,
Watch your
keep
videos.
doing your thing, Stephanie. Really appreciate what you do.
Yeah,
Keep it
we
up.
do.
Guys, you got
And we'll
support
do
from
the
me.
same. Yeah. Subscribe at this point. A2 the show. There's a big red button. Click on it. You'll
This is our
subscribe.
new gang sign.
Yeah. Like, share, all that stuff.
Hey, do the show.
See y'all later.
Subscribe on that shit. And this is usually how we sign out. It says salute to cover the cam. And peace. today, but
Yeah, sure.
David Attenborough. You know what I like about David Attenborough? He helps me sleep because of his like soothing voice. Or am I the only one?
You're saying that it's boring?
Big
It's not
time
boring,
story.
but his voice is like, and now the turtle in an esteemed environment. And I'm just like, tell me about the turtle. And I'm just sleeping out. Like, but it's really good. I love David.
Well, yeah, I mean, he showed us, as you said, the Earth is beautiful, and it really is
It is.
beautiful. And like, we'll realize it once the Earth is no longer here, or if we reach that point where things become damaged, then we'll be like,
Yep.
we
You know
lost
what?
it.
Because in life, we know the value of something once we lost or once we lose it.
Yep.
And this is what sucks about human beings.